Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished members of this assembly, dear President, Mr. Gosset, dear students, my future colleagues, as the director of the French Army Museum, I am delighted to meet with you today on the occasion of the celebration of the 16th anniversary of Franco-Chinese relations and to present our museum. Yesterday morning, the Vice President of the China International Communicates Group said that we remember not more than 10% of a speech, so mine will be short to permit to students to take notes, and for you if you have questions. Located in the heart of Paris, in the Hôtel National des Invalides, the museum comprises over 500,000 collection pieces from antiquity to the present day. About 50,000% are exhibits, and 23,000 are exhibits outside of the museum, all over the French museum or all over foreign museum too. Therefore, it's one of the most significant military history museums in the world in terms of the number of objects. It also includes the St. Louis Cathedral and its dome extension. This dome became, after the French Revolution, the pantheon of military glories. Thus, since 1840, it has been the resting place of a great soldier and an emperor who changed the face of Europe in the early 18th century, Napoleon I. With his presence, it attracts over 1,200,000 visitors to the site every year, and 3/4 of whom are foreigners, and 2% are Chinese nationality. And I will add 30% are young girls and men, means under 25 years old. This museum is also a place of memory and commemorations. At the end of February, I was very proud to welcome Mr. Wang Yi, the Minister of Foreign Affairs of the People's Republic of China, who visited the Invalides Dome. He asked to visit especially this place. And then military honors were rendered to the President of the PRC on May the 6th in the courtyard. And we were all very proud to receive the President of the PRC. History Museum, like the Army Museum, fulfills particular missions that differ from those of a more traditional museum, such as fine arts museums. These missions are not in opposition to the idea of building bridges between civilizations. Indeed, I would like to develop 3 ideas in few minutes. Allies a military museum can recall the ties forged between leaders or between peoples who allied in adversity. Second, a military museum also recounts past confrontations by showing what war engenders without devaluing or glorifying at the expense of others, which is a way to promote reconciliation efforts. And finally, new technologies as we said before, yesterday and this morning, are also a means of creating knowledge bridges between peoples. First, regarding the memory of the ties between leaders or between peoples, among the paths to visit at the Army Museum, there is a singular one that does not exhibit objects as such, but release a digital documentation, films, photography. This is the Charles de Gaulle Memorial, the Charles de Gaulle Historial, which recounts the life of the general as a soldier, as a writer, and as a head of state. Here, the renewed Franco-Chinese relations during the Cold War are evoked, allowing a step towards reducing international tensions through simple and direct relation between powers. Indeed, on January 27, 1964, General de Gaulle was the first head of state of a major Western country to recognize, in connection with the President Mao, the People's Republic of China as a global power. In addition of the diplomatic dimension, there is also a cultural dimension with the visit 1 year later, in August 1965, of the French Minister of Culture, André Malraux. These events are presented in the Historial Charles de Gaulle. This Historial, which was created with the support of the Charles de Gaulle Foundation. This foundation is active in promoting Sino-French relations. It also received the visit from President Xi Jinping 10 years ago. Thus, a history museum can create a memory of meetings that are conducive to appeasement. The memory of the 16th anniversary of France-Chinese relations continues in this direction, aiming to build or consolidate existing bridges. Secondly, regarding to the reminder of confrontations, thanks to the passage of time, a museum that recounts military events can paradoxically contribute to the constructions of detente in relations between peoples. When visited by citizens of countries that France has faced, looking at the same showcase together is a way to face history, but also side by side, and to take a step back in front of an object that is seen differently in times of peace. The numerous and painful conflicts that France has had with Germany, for example, are recounted with objects from all sources contributing to the reconciliation between our two peoples. Thirdly and finally, regarding technology, I believe that the challenge for our history museums is to equip themselves with modern mediation that touches the hearts and minds of our youth, like you are here, because they will be the guardians of our memory tomorrow. It's a way to contribute to resilience of our social fabric. New technologies such as artificial intelligence and the metaverse offer new immersive and remote possibilities. This extends the reach to the underserved public. I am thinking not only of those who cannot afford to travel, but also of those for whom current mediations are outdated and with whom we must communicate thanks to innovation, using appropriate means, auditory, visual, sensory, multilingual and immersive. This is a technology that collectively needs to be mastered in order to make it a friendly and informative mediator, rather than a reality distorter and a manipulator or erroneous perceptions. This is a challenge that goes beyond the world of museums. So I will conclude with a question, so it will not be affirmative at all. Just as a vaccine works by teaching the immune system how to fight a disease, can recounting war not contribute to soothing memories and looking together towards international peace? That's the question and maybe the answer. Thanks for your attention.